isn't very smart to leave the door open. You don't know who might come in. Day? The devil. Where the hell can she be?
Mama? Mama, please don't be mad at me. I'm sorry that I came here. It's just that everybody has gone away from me. Mama, I don't have any place to stay. Mama, please, can I stay with you?
Independent. I'll set me free.
There's one more threshold.
Oh. Now you can put me down.
No, not now or ever. I intend to hang on to you literally.
Oh, Thomas, this could make the practice of medicine awfully difficult.
Well, that's a pity. Well, what a wonderful place we've got here, Mrs. Desmond.
Don't you ever get tired?
Never. Hadn't you noticed?
Well, as a matter of fact, it makes kissing awkward, too.
Oh, well, in that case.
Oh. I'm glad to be home. It was a lovely time. The shows, the incredible restaurants.
A hotel room?
It was delightful. But I'm still glad to be home.
Well, then, so am I. Oh, what a lovely home it is, too. A palace, compared to what I was brought up in. Not that we are that poor, but this sort of affluence will be quite an adjustment for me.
Oh, but you'll manage.
In time. I'll force myself. No sacrifice is too great for you. The truth is, I don't care where I live, as long as you're living there with me. A brownstone, a tenement, an igloo, a teepee. Perhaps someday I'll build you a small cabin of clay and wattles made.
That would be nice. What are wattles, though?
Well, they're... Never mind.
We don't need a cabin. We have the beach house for the summer.
Oh, well, fine. I like the idea of you and the sea and the sand.
Oh, but I have to wear a hat. I burn to a crisp.
She hides from the sun so as not to cause him envy.
You know, maybe you should keep that apartment so you can write your poetry there.
The idea being that this is too grand. Simplicity is required for the creative spirit.
No, I didn't mean that. I just thought for privacy or something.
Faith, you're very keen on the idea of my keeping that flat.
Tom, don't read in things.
I'm sorry. I was afraid you had it in your mind as a place to send me back to if things didn't work out.
Oh, I had no such thought. Honestly.
All right. Well, I haven't decided what to do with it. The rent is paid a month in advance, and it will take me a month to move out, carrying everything down 6 flights in cardboard boxes. I don't want to think about practicalities now. I want to concentrate on you.
Thanks.
Tell me, truly, did you really enjoy our honeymoon?
Yes, Tom, I did. I have a whole pack of wonderful, wonderful memories.
What was the best part?
Of the public times?
Well...
Well, nothing can top. When you took over the reins of that horse and buggy driver and went tearing through Central Park.
And I knew that poor old pony had more spunk than he was showing us.
Oh, but the driver's face. I'm surprised he didn't sue.
Well, I was counting on his being indulgent with their honeymooners. It's good for business. So it was a good time for you, these last 3 days?
Oh, it was joyful. I felt very loved.
You were. You are.
So may I assume you enjoyed it too?
Oh, how can I tell you? Faith, do you realize you know all there is to know about me? All the secrets that I've lived with for years? All the pain I felt about Terry? The pent-up fear for my life? My sanity? You've seen some of the worst of me. My temper. And you didn't run.
Did you think I would?
What I'm trying to say is I've never felt this kind of freedom before. I'm free to share all of myself. I've been in love before, you know that, but it wasn't anything like this. Our wedding was, for me, the turning of a new page, the rising of a new sun, and our honeymoon was, it was like an explosion of the universe.
Anytime I ask you a question, you gonna answer me with a poem?
Well, I'm certainly going to try. And I'll tell you another thing. I'm not afraid to look into the future, because I see nothing there but sweetness and you. And one day, I'll erase that look of doubt from your eyes. I'll get it in a minute.
Oh, excuse me. Mama, would you please help me? Look, I hate to have to bother you, but Patty broke his promise to me. No, he said that he would take care of me forever, but he won't. And May was mean to me. And Bobby was yelling at me. Mama, please. Mama, I need you so much. You know, when they were hollering at me, I just couldn't think. I couldn't remember anything that happened. And my head hurt awful bad. Mama, look, I know you're right. I know that I did a lot of bad things. But I only did it because I didn't want to lose Patty and I didn't want to lose the Ryans. I know it was my fault. I know, I brought it all by myself. Everything is ruined. Everything is over. My life is over.
Kevin went around back with the delivery man, but here are his figures. He told me to tell you that 37 volunteers from his 4 blocks. Now, that's 5 more than the rest of the district put together. If he keeps this up, he's going to get a promotion. Hey, what's up?
Oh, yeah, Kevin, he's doing a whale of a job, isn't he?
Oh, I see. Am I just imagining this, or are you just out of it tonight?
Yeah, I guess so. Miss Delia, I guess so damn mad at everything she's done to Pat and the Ryans. When I left her last night, I was just gonna let her worry for a while.
She's got you worried.
It's a habit, I guess. One I'm gonna break. I just called over the apartment. The line was busy, and when I called back, there wasn't any answer, so I guess if she's taken off, she's got to be okay. So, how are things going down at the hospital? Got us any more workers?
Oh, plenty. Very few people, members of the House Association, that are not willing to do something for Frank after all he's done for us. I assume everything is going well at headquarters.
Yeah. You know, it's a little early yet, but I think he's right up there at the top of the poll.
Good.
I wouldn't be surprised. Hey, Roger. Hello, Roger.
Have either of you guys seen Delia?
No. Why?
Well, I'm worried, Bob. I was just over at her apartment. Now, the door was wide open, the lights were on, the radio was blasting, and no Delia.
We must have just missed her.
But the phone was off the hook.
Roger, I appreciate your concern, but Delia's done this kind of thing before. She's left the door wide open, wandered off.
But she left her money and the keys sitting out.
Yeah. Well, still doesn't surprise me. What'd you do?
Well, I couldn't leave it like that, so I locked up. Here, she'll probably come to you first.
Gee, I doubt that. We had quite a scene at Faith's wedding. She'll probably come to you first.
I wouldn't take this so lightly, Bob. She was very shaky the last time that I saw her. I told her to go see Al Pagano.
She did. Or at least she tried anyway. When I saw her last, she was in the hospital.
Yeah, how was she then?
She was acting pretty strange, but Bucky was quite sure that she was just doing one of her numbers.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought at first, too.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, you guys. How do you know when Delia's telling the truth? I mean, she's cried wolf so damn many times.
I think that she is seriously upset this time.
Of course she's upset. Everything she's scared of is happening to her. She's lost the Ryan. She's lost Pat. As much as I hate to admit it, I think she deserves it. I mean, she's lied so much, you guys. How do you know she's not pulling some kind of a stunt right now?
Do you think that she's just doing this for effect, trying to scare everyone?
Yeah, I do.
Well, I don't. I think something is wrong, and I can't just stand by.
What are you going to do?
First thing I'm going to do is call some hospitals.
When the guilty man is about to be set free.
Please on your remote and choose.
I am really sorry. I think maybe I should give these back to you.
Nonsense. Stay a while. You know you're welcome.
Oh, well, I wouldn't ordinarily do this, but I didn't think that you would be back yet, so I thought I'd just drop this off and say, happy getting married.
Oh, may I?
Yes, of course.
It looks very formidable.
Oh, please. I can't wait. Oh, my gosh, Jill. Oh, this is beautiful. Irish linen.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my gosh. It's a trousseau. Once I got started, I didn't know where to stop. I mean, I figured dinner parties, luncheons. Oh. And this for big posh times. I mean, the dining room table comes out to 12 feet, doesn't it?
14, I think. Oh, this is incredible. This is incredible.
Yeah, we'll be able to entertain royalty here, such as yourself.
Oh, thank you. Listen, I'm just glad you like it so much, and I wanted to have it monogrammed, and I knew C for Coleridge, but you, O-B-D, I mean, it was so crazy.
Yeah, well, now, Tom O'Brien is dead. Long live...
Tom Desmond. Okay, it is. And the store said that they would do it really fast because, I promised to give them all my future business.
What? Is there something we don't know about?
Well, let's just say that you have been an inspiration, and Maeve may be making another cake sooner than she thinks.
A wedding cake?
Yeah.
For you and Frank? Oh, sit down, tell me everything.
Wonderful.
Oh, I don't know where to begin. Well, you know that when Frank and I started to see each other, we decided that we were going to have what we called realistic, limited goals.
I beg your pardon, but that sounds perfectly awful.
I couldn't agree with you more, but we decided we had to move slowly because we were both scared. We'd both been through a lot of pain, had to learn how to trust each other again. And, of course, this time I had more at stake.
Your son.
Yeah. I didn't want Frank to come into Edmund's life and then leave him again. And then, of course, nobody knows better than I how important the campaign is to Frank.
That hasn't changed, has it?
Oh, no, it hasn't, but his attitude has. And I think that we both learned to give a little more. And it's so good now. And it is going to be official and permanent.
Oh, Jill, I'm so happy.
Yeah, I want a hug, too. Here, please.
Oh, wait a minute. I haven't told you the best part. Frank thinks that he can get a church annulment through the chancery.
So you could be married in the church?
Yes.
Oh, I can just see Maeve's face. But how?
Well, probably because of Dee's mental condition.
Yeah, but how would that apply?
Well, Frank thinks that he can prove that Delia needed the family for some neurotic, intense need and used Frank as a substitute for his brother.
Of course. Makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
So, in other words, that would mean that the marriage was never valid in the first place.
Well, that's possible. It's possible.
How long would that take?
Well, I'm afraid it would take a while. And besides, we can't afford to offend the electorate or Ray Woodard.
Right.
But it's gonna happen. I'm telling you, it is really gonna happen.
I know it will. I know it will. I feel so right about this.
Oh.
Jill, the two of you are one couple that absolutely belong together. I'm sure of it. Don't you think?
I sure do. And I'm hoping that we're one of those couples, too.
Oh. So, tell me, what else has been going on?
Well, isn't that enough?
Well, yes, but we've been gone, so what else is happening?
Well, let's see. Well, there's lots going on, but nothing that can't keep it. And listen, Miriam is waiting home for me, and my son is probably missing me. At least I hope he is.
Well, yeah. Jill, thank you so much for everything. They're just beautiful.
Oh, I'm so glad you like it all. And I'm so glad the two of you look so happy. Listen, I'll call the store and they'll come and pick this up. Okay, we'll put on a C and a D. Good night.
Thanks
easy,
again.
Jill.
Good night.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Oh.
We'll have wonderful parties.
D for Desmond.
I like your family.
Small but loyal.
Her gifts made me feel very welcome.
Well, Tom, you are.
Yeah. May I have the pleasure?
Yes.
Next, see my ever
Access. An amazing. Every.
About 5'1", not much over 100 pounds, blonde hair, blue eyes, and she could be somewhat disoriented. All right, I'll wait.
Delia's lucky she's got any friends left.
Well, she certainly didn't do anything to this one right here, did she?
You don't know the half of it. Anything?
No.
Well, that can only be good news.
Well, it can only mean that she hasn't been taken to a hospital. Anything could have happened.
Now, listen, I disagree with you, Roger. If there's anything I've learned in the past few days is that my sister is very capable of taking care of herself, much better than any of us thought. I mean, I get a little punchy trying to straighten out all the lies she's told.
All right, Bob, Delia lies, but she's always been very honest with me about it. Look, seriously, she manipulates people because that's the only way she knows how to get what she needs.
And you think that's okay?
No, I think that is a symptom of a very serious neurotic condition, and a progressive one.
Roger, she was supposed to have had a nervous breakdown last summer. Now, I've been talking to Pat. He's not even sure that was on the level.
Bob, don't you realize that by doing something that desperate, it's a symptom in itself?
He's got a point there.
Look at her track record. She has taken pills. She's been on a window ledge 10 stories above the ground.
Damn near scared us out of 10 years' growth just so we'd come running.
But she risked her life in the process. All right, we know that she does crazy things, but how do we know she isn't outside doing something crazy right now because she's afraid she can't get Pat back, or maybe she thinks she can? Bob, don't you care?
Of course I care. I care plenty. What do you think she had me jumping through hoops all these years, me and everybody else? But we weren't doing her any favors, Roger. Delia has got to learn to stand on her own 2 feet. Now, if she's pulling some kind of stunt right now, I think we just better call her bluff.
Bob, I think you're courting disaster.
Roger, why don't you just give her a buzz on the phone? Maybe she figures that no one's biting and that she's maybe at home looking at television right this minute.
Mama? You're not gonna turn away from me. Not you. Not you.
Sometimes it's sugar, sometimes it's spice, but breakfast in bed is always satisfying. Every weekend, get your fill with back-to-back episodes of Beverly Hills 90210 and One Tree Hill. Breakfast in bed, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. every Saturday and Sunday, only on SoapNet.